You know, Jamaica have this obsession. I should say Jamaican government have this obsession about passing laws, making rules, saying this and saying that. Say that they are helping to make Jamaica better, helping to make Jamaicans better, helping to do this and all sort of rhetorics and all sort of this and all sort of that. And at the end of the day, when they pass these laws and all these things, you know what happened? They die a natural death because of lack of enforcement. What is the sense of making rules or passing laws or doing whatever you're doing for it to fall under the 9-day wonder? Now, you take the security companies' situation into consideration right now, what is happening. That there is a rule or law, whatever it is that is set up to say that security companies should no longer treat security officers as contractual employer in the sense of no permanency, no benefits. Now, this was said that passed by the court and nothing had happened because the government come out and say, well, okay, April 1st should be when all companies fall in line with this ruling and with also what the government has stipulated that they should cut out the kind of contracts that don't offer any benefits or any real security for security officers. Now, this is like about the 12th of April, and I tell you this, the Ministry of Labour, who is in charge of making sure that the laws based under the labour law are followed by companies. I don't think, and I'm almost certain, that they have sent out one person from the Ministry of Labour to these various security companies to see if they are compliant with these new regulations that is set in place. Because many of the security companies are still operating under the old contract heading and have not yet even from the time that they were given sent out contract to each and every security officers to say that you should sign this contract or not sign it based on what you have read and what you are disagree. None of that. All happen is at here when these people that we are elected say things because there's no follow up. There is no time to make sure that the country follow the rules of law, follow the rules that is put in place to make sure that we all live in accordance to laws. Nope, because it is not beneficial. You know why? It is the poor man, the semi-illiterates, the not so bright, as they would put it, that these things affect. It does not affect the 10% of society who hold the stick over all of us head. Why is this so? Why when things supposedly to help the massive, the government that we vote in at the end of the day don't stipulate straightforward rules and regulation to regulate and see to that the regulations are followed when they are put in place? When are we as a people going to wake up and realize that these people earn their money by doing nothing? That all these entities that the government run to represent people in this country who's at a vulnerable state, who's going through so much things in their life. Look at what is happening with Millennium and all the panic and everything. Have you ever been anywhere where you see this with the Millennium vehicle drive up to carry out action? Everybody's scared, not knowing what is going to happen. And these men are at risk of losing their life. And yet still, the things that can benefit them or should be of benefit to them, nobody's paying attention to them, not even them own self. I fail to understand I work with a company for many years, and if there's one thing I can give them their due credit for is compliant. They are compliant to the letter. Whenever anything is to be given to staff, yes, there might be communications as to what is best or how best to do this or what, but at the end of the day, once an agreement is reached, then they comply. What is wrong with this country that we live in with so many people are going through so much ordeal? It's not as if the money that you earn actually benefits you in any true sense, because your disposable dollar is nothing. I mean, your income is nothing based on the high cost of living, and the government will spend many more years raising salary. But you know what? It's still not going to be of any use to us. You know why? Until the government start to come up with a way to bring down the cost of living, the cost of basic goods and services in this country, we will never amount to anything with the money that we earn. It could be millions, thousands, it means shit at the end of the day, because the cost of living is going to take it away before you even get it. When you are paying almost $500 for a loaf of bread, or the hell, or the hell. I mean, chicken. Well, those things should be so cheap, it is falling off the shelf. Every single thing in this country. I mean, you can't have $1,000 or $500 and say you have money in your pocket, because a bus here alone will take that shit from you. So it doesn't matter how much money you pay a teacher, how much money you pay police, how much money you pay whoever. Only you guys, politicians, can you earn millions. And certain people in the banking industry will greatly benefit from living in a country like this. And you guys not realizing that you are spreading and putting in place and nurturing a time to come when nobody's going to be safe to walk on the street, because there are going to be too much hungry people, too much desperate people. And the simple things that needs to be done to bring little benefits to some of the people who are working the lowest income, none of you are taking the time to see to it that the security companies follow through on what is said and what's need to be done. Why is that? Why is that? Why is it that the poorest people in our country are the ones who suffers the most? And yet still, all of you guys who sits in parliament, when the time comes for election, you're looking towards we the idiots to keep you elected. To do what? To do what? Really? Tell me, to do what? And I mean, I am sick and tired of us as a people, with all of what is happening on the world stage, with all the different countries now who are standing up for their rights and to see to it that their people reap out benefits out of their natural resources and all that they can do to help their people. And we are in Jamaica are still letting these lappies people who run the government treat us as if we are fools. I don't understand. When is the Ministry of Labour and the Minister of Labour is going to intervene, is going to intercede on these people's behalf to find out about these contracts that are not given out, that these security companies still operating as if it is business as usual, when they are raking off millions of dollars off the backbone of these people who are at work at night and day to secure places that they are employed to the security company to make sure that they earn millions of dollars to pay little or nothing in hours rate. And the simple thing as a contract, they had months to put together these contracts and to decide how many person they are keeping, are not keeping on these contract out honestly, etiquette, and why simple things like this become so hard to be done? Because there is nobody to make sure that when the law says something, we all obey it. There's no enforcement. There's no compliance. I mean, I used to work with a lady, and I can tell you this. I mean, a couple of them. I really can't call them name. But at my company, I can tell you this. When it come on to the institution that I used to work with, have to be compliant. These lady was on the, I mean, they were on top of it. They could fix any compliant issue. And we all have to obey those rules. We all have to make sure that our function is done properly and to the letter of our is, because this lady would be on your back the moment she realized you are not complying with the rules. I mean, government, please. Prime Minister, please. Do your job, man. Get your people to do their job. Get your people to work for the money that they are collecting off taxpayers. Get together, man, and do your job. Get the people from Ministry of Labor to go and audit the security firm to find out if they are following the rules that govern the labor law. Find out, because they are not doing it. Let them become compliant with what the rule says. Let them stop feed off the bones and flesh of people like they are vultures. Let the country start to be a place where people truly find their way each day when they earn their income. Let the little that they should get be given to them. Let them can become prosperous. Let them can become owners of homes. Drive a little car to work. Have some money in the bank. Send their kids to school. Let their kids be educated so we can have a stronger, better nation. And get rid of the persons who don't want to follow rules. My God, man, get with it. Do some work. Do some work for the salary that you are collecting. And stop behave as if it's a freebie.